Episode 371 of The Horror Guys begins now.
All right. I'm Kevin.
I'm Brian.
We're going to talk about 5 movies we saw this week.
Millennia?
No, we haven't seen that yet.
I hear it's horrible.
Yeah.
Whether it's a horror movie, I don't know.
It's not getting good reviews.
We probably watch things that are less frightening.
Probably.
Maybe this week.
I heard in Boston they were offering people $50 to... That might have been a joke ad that somebody took out, but there was an ad in...
I'd watch it for 50.
Yeah, looking for people to go see it for $50.
I'd watch probably just about anything for, well...
Yeah, for $50.
Okay, maybe not anything.
Yeah, I totally would.
What did we watch this week without the $50?
Well, we watched Grizzly Night,
Ooh.
brand new this year. And also Merge, which is a nice anthology from just last year. And 2006's Pumpkinhead, Ashes to Ashes, which was the 3rd movie in the sequel series. And 2001's the longest title ever. It is Godzilla, Mothra, and King Ghidorah, Giant Monsters All-Out Attack.
Wow. They couldn't have left a couple of names off?
That's the title, yeah. And once again, it has an awesome poster. Yeah.
Well, yeah, no doubt.
And then sci-fi creature feature, 1955's It Came From Beneath the Sea.
Ooh.
Starring Kenneth Tobey.
Don't know what it is, but we know where it came from.
It came.
It did.
Yeah.
And this podcast, of course, came from HorrorMonthly.com, where you can pick up the monthly magazine of all our horror reviews. Paperback, ebook, however you like to consume reviews. And, of course, you can get them every week at HorrorWeekly.com, once a week in your email box. Absolutely for free if you want.
What a deal.
It's fun. It's easy. Stop on over. Sign up today.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, out in the woods...
Grizzlies attack.
And go camping?
No, not after seeing this one.
2026, Grizzly Night. Directed by Burke Doeren. Written by Bo Bean. Oh, I want to be called Bo Bean.
Bo Bean.
Katrina Mathewson and Tanner Bean. Stars Charles Esten, Oded Fehr, and Brec Bassinger. Hour and 27 minutes. Trailer in the show notes.
And quite a few other people in it, too. It's got quite a big
A lot
cast.
of recognizable faces, yeah.
Yeah. Featured characters and extras. Yeah. Well, spoiler-free, we go back in time. It's August 1967 in Glacier National Park in Montana, where there really were 2 fatal attacks by 2 different grizzly bears. This is a true story.
It's a little dramatized, but it's basically true.
They got the basic facts right. Here they have milked the story into an hour-and-a-half movie. It's well made. The acting is decent. They capture the feel of 1967, but it feels like an awful lot of filler.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good. I liked it.
Well, I didn't hate it.
It felt like those 1970s wilderness movies.
It did, but there just wasn't enough content here for an hour-and-a-half movie. I didn't feel.
I was pleased.
Okay, I was mostly displeased.
Look at that. You're usually Mr. Nice Guy. I'm the grump.
Yeah.
Not this week.
I'm being grumpy about this one.
Well, a couple in a tent are harassed by a nosy grizzly bear as they hide in terror. This goes badly as credits roll.
Because tents don't offer much protection against a bear.
Or much of anything else. Not even rain sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
We find out it's 1967, and this is based on a true story.
And I put a link in my commentary, too, where you can look on. There's a nice Wikipedia page. It's Night of the Grizzlies is what they refer it to as. And, it really happened.
Well, we pop back 18 hours before the attack, where a woman files yet another report about the bear that's been terrorizing the campers. So this has been going on for a while.
Mm-hmm.
The Rangers are all busy with a fire watch and firefighting after the lightning storm last night, so nobody pays too much attention to the crazy woman. Well, Joan, the new girl, gets assigned to lead an overnight camping group since all the real Rangers are busy with the fire thing. Julie calls her mother from the camp store. She's going camping with Michelle, Paul, Denise, Raymond, Ronald, and Roy this weekend since there's nothing else to do. Oh, look, it's a carload of plucky teenagers to kill off. This is certainly starting like a horror movie.
Just one.
Everyone sets off on their respective hikes. Yeah, but we don't know that it's just one at this point.
Well, we don't.
And it isn't just one.
It's two.
At least.
Yeah.
At the chalet, Joan stops with her group. Julie and Roy stop in, but turns out there's no rooms available. They're going to have to sleep outside. Her and a few others have to sleep outside since the place is all booked up, which I just said that. I repeated it twice.
Yeah, the rooms are booked, and they've even sectioned out the lobby area, floor space.
You can sleep on our floor for $12.
And but that's kind of full too. So
this was not a great, not well planned.
Well, it's overbooked.
Yeah. Well, Paul and Michelle's group go to the lake and do some fishing. So they're like 9 miles away in a different camping area. Michelle's group runs into a bear, and it takes their dinner. It's too late to head to the ranger station, so they just hope it doesn't come back and set up for the night. Roy, a couple hours later after dark, Roy staggers into camp and says a bear got Julie. The screaming wakes up Joan and the people at the chalet, and we get a flashback and see that they were the couple screaming before the credits.
Yeah, she got it bad. He got injured.
He got it pretty bad, too. It's a pretty nasty-looking scar.
She got the ultimate owie, though.
Well, yeah. And things devolve from there.
Yeah.
As we said earlier, it's not so much a horror movie as it is a drama about a terrifying situation, but it does start out with all the horror tropes. You got the boatload of teenagers going out camping. You got the plucky heroine who's got the first day on the job and doesn't really know what she's doing. We get all the the usual camera angle. It's the first 20 minutes is definitely a horror movie. It just doesn't go there exactly.
Not exactly.
It kind of does.
Yeah.
But then we focus on what happens without playing up the horror or drama excessively. And there are only 2 people that die. Mm-hmm. And it's based on a true incident. It doesn't stray too far from the actual case. It was pretty good.
And
if you want to show somebody a horror movie that's not terribly horror-y, this would be a good one.
And it is said that this woke people up for educating the public better about how to be around grizzly bears and avoid them, and how to handle your food. And even at the chalet, they were throwing out garbage in a gully.
To feed the bears on purpose.
Yeah.
For a show.
Instead of properly handling stuff. And so that was riling them up and feeding the bears and drawing them to where the people were. And after this, they were a lot better with handling the bears.
Yeah, back then they had to come into camp and steal the picnic baskets.
But it also resulted in them culling some bears.
Yes.
Because they didn't know for sure which bears did it, and they ended up killing, 6 or 7 of them, plus a baby. But the sauces spread mighty thin, in my opinion.
Okay, all right. I liked it.
Yeah, I mean...
it reminded me of older films that were done on the same kind of topic.
After the attacks.
May have even seen something on this story before.
Yeah.
2025's Merge, directed by Bella Baptiste, Delano Barnes, and Richard Fenwick, and a bunch of other people because it's an anthology. Mm-hmm. Written by those same people. Stars Ahmed Abdel Salam, Tatiana Alexander, and Bella Baptiste.
And a whole bunch of other people.
And a whole bunch of other people, of course, yes. That's the way anthologies work.
Little stories, and they each got their own actors.
Hour and 17 minutes. Trailer in the show notes. And I tell you, I don't think the trailer's very good. The trailer is heavily CGI. It looks like AI. It's a crappy trailer.
Don't go by the trailer. It's better than the trailer.
And the first segment is based on that same story, and it doesn't look very good. I think if I weren't watching the whole thing, I'd probably turn it off after that first segment.
The first one is weakest.
Yes.
And the trailer is weak.
But overall, I liked it.
Going,
yeah, it's good when we get going.
I thought they were cool.
It's an anthology of science fiction short stories, each heavily depending on technology far ahead of where we currently are. It shows various ways humans could interact with such technology and how it can interact with us when it has a mind of its own. The stories are pretty gentle, sweet, and romantic. I don't know if I'd go that far.
Oh, I would.
But there's a 0 body count. There is uncertainty, a lack of control, and the potential for disaster, making an undercurrent of horror if you look for it.
But it's really pretty tame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The stories are all well written, well acted, and well directed. The CGI is a little heavy-handed and obvious, but it's entertaining, and it definitely reminded us of Black Mirror.
Yeah, Black Mirror light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stories. 6 stories.
6 stories, plus a little bit of a wraparound that ties in.
Yeah, I'm not going to read these. If you want the spoilers, go over to horrorweekly.com, read the full spoilers, or watch the movie yourself, because I don't want to spoil any of these, and there's not much to say about some of them. Mm-hmm. But it's way more sci-fi than horror.
Yeah.
But these alternate, high-tech futures have a lot of overlap with horror. Some of them are pretty scary situations.
Mm-hmm.
The first segment has dodgy CGI and voice dubbing, but the others mostly look good and are well acted. I have to admit I didn't really understand that final segment either, but the middle 3 or 4 are the best of the bunch.
Yeah, that one in the middle, especially with the robot.
Yeah, that was my favorite too, yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's a personal assistant robot, and the guy that she takes care of and lives with dies of old age, natural causes.
And his daughters don't want to keep the robot around.
And the daughters are like, yeah, well, we're going to have to decide what to do with you. And the robot is just kind of left to wander to her own devices.
What does a robot do without a job?
When she has nothing to do.
Yeah, I thought that was easily the best of the bunch.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Anything else to add?
No, I'd call it a win.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah, really enjoyed it.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Minor issues. Like I said, that first one was kind of heavily in the CGI.
Uh-huh.
Pumpkinhead, Ashes to Ashes, from 2006. This is the third one of the series.
Yep.
Directed by Jake West, written by Barbara Werner, Jake West, and John Werner. Stars Lance Henriksen, Doug Bradley, which is spelled wrong here, and Douglas Roberts. Hour and 31 minutes. Trailer in the show notes. Spoiler free. This third movie is a sequel to the first movie, skipping number 2, even bringing back several of the same characters. This time, several wronged people want revenge and go to the witch haggis to summon Pumpkinhead, and the main target tries to fight back. It's not as good as the first one, but it was still pretty entertaining.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's interesting because if you have seen the first one, the Pumpkinhead demon is tied in with the person who wants the revenge.
Uh-huh.
And this is multiple people who want revenge, so they are all tied into the Pumpkinhead. And the target knows the weakness of Pumpkinhead and starts fighting back and killing off these people. And so it's a question of who's going to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same story, but it's got a different twist on it.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah. And Lance Henriksen, it is said that there was a screening, and he was so displeased with the movie that he kind of snuck out rather than take the stage. But I didn't think it was that bad. I don't know what he was so ashamed of.
He was probably he appears as a ghost in this and the next movie. They filmed him at the same time.
Because he did die in the first movie.
Yeah.
Spoiler, sorry.
And he's dramatic, and he does his part, and he probably thought this was some big budget spectacular, and
it's not.
This is a sci-fi channel movie or real close to it.
Yeah, it's not great film.
It's not great.
It wasn't.
It wasn't embarrassing bad.
Yeah,
it was for him, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, what happens?
Well, there's a man named Bunt who runs through the woods in a panic. Pumpkinhead is right behind him, and when he catches him, he cuts an X in his forehead, and then Bunt wakes up.
Bunt was one of the characters in the original. Also,
yes.
He was one of the
kids.
He was a
kid. Yeah. Uh-huh. So this is years later, and he's having nightmares about it still. His boss, Doc Frazier, tells him it's time to move the body. As Bunt hides the body.
Where did this body come from?
Yeah,
we don't know.
What's with this body? Yeah, and Doc Frazier is Doug Bradley. As Bunt hides the body, the ghost of Ed Harley comes and tells him that bad things are coming his way.
I'm Lance Henriksen, and I got this word for you.
Yep.
Stop.
Yeah, knock it off. Trouble's coming. Well, a hiker in the woods spots Bunt dragging a corpse behind him.
As one usually does.
He runs to a nearby crematorium, thinking he's going to call the police from there. Well, that's where the body came from. Inside, Doc Frazier cuts open a dead man as his accomplices watch. The hiker stumbles in and interrupts things. On the run out, he finds numerous other bodies, and they soon catch that man and use him for parts.
Well, later on we find out that the crematorium has been broken for years, so they've been doing stuff and hanging the bodies out in the woods after doing other things to them. But
selling the organs. And
why would you dump the body? Why would you just not fix the crematorium to dispose of these bodies instead of dumping them in the swamp where people are going to find them?
Uh-huh.
There'd be no evidence of your crimes if you just burned them.
Yeah.
These are some lazy bad guys.
Lazy bad guy, that's exactly a way to put it, yeah. Well, Doc takes the man's kidney to another man to sell for him. Meanwhile, the now kidneyless dead man...
It's hard to say, isn't it?
Yeah, kidneyless, the dead man wakes up, not as dead as they all thought. He runs out, tries to flag down a truck, and he does get a ride to town.
I must have blinked and missed it, but he died on the way.
When he arrives, yeah. But by the time she gets there, she takes him to the police station, and they rush out to the crematorium and arrest the people there. But yeah, when she arrives, he's dead. Yeah, for real. Yeah. In the morning, the sheriff's men clear out the bodies from the crematorium's barn. There's a bunch of them. They find a lot of bodies. And one of the bodies that they dig up out in the swamp, they're looking for bodies everywhere, and they find it in the middle of an old pumpkin patch. Doc Frazier is there, and he says, "This one doesn't look familiar."
We know,
yeah. And Haggis shows up and says, "This one's mine." Takes it back.
Yeah, and things go badly from there.
Yeah, they do.
Revenge will be coming.
Yep.
It's a decent enough continuation of the story from the first film. Nothing groundbreaking, but it does seem to stick to the information we learned in the first film. It doesn't throw the first one out the door. Lance Henriksen returns in the first film, but his part is basically just sort of a cameo as a ghost that pops up a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
Doug Bradley has a substantial role as the villain of the film. He's got a lot more to say here than he did as Pinhead.
Yes.
These two are both good, as always, but most of the rest of the cast is kind of mediocre at best. The movie overall is all right. Nothing special. It's okay.
Not as good as the first one, but I was entertained.
I thought the first one was pretty underrated. It's very good.
Yeah.
A lot better than you'd think.
Uh-huh, yeah.
The second one, cash grab.
And this has a lot of obvious CGI, but the creature looks really good, I thought.
Creature looks better than he did in the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of creatures.
Big creatures.
We got one here.
Creatures.
Where did this creature come from?
Beneath the sea?
It came
you're not talking
from
about
beneath
Godzilla next.
the sea.
Okay. You fooled me.
1955, directed by Robert Gordon, written by George Worthing Yates and Harold Jacob Smith, stars Kenneth Tobey, Faith Domergue. How do you even say that?
Probably Domergue.
Domergue.
I'm guessing.
And Donald Curtis, hour 19 minutes. See, I can say Donald Curtis. That's not hard.
Kenneth Tobey was also in Thing from Another World. And I was looking at his IMDb. He's got 200 and some credits that he had. He passed away in 2002, I think. And he played a lot of military guys and cops. He just had that look.
One of those guys look good in a uniform?
Good in uniform, so they kept giving it to him. Yeah.
Some actors are like that. You're always a cop. You're always a soldier. You're always a whatever.
He was always a authority figure of some kind in the military, or sometimes just a cop, or but lots of ranks. I notice in his IMDb, there's lieutenant and colonel. And,
no specific name.
And, no, they have names.
Oh,
too,
okay.
But they're all ranked characters. Well, the it here is a giant octopus, or a hexapus if you look closely.
Only 6 legs?
The budget was tight, and it's got 6 legs.
We can't afford 2 arms.
Yeah, when they fold it, there's most of the scenes they don't show the whole thing at once, but when they do, if you look close, you can see 6 legs, not 8. But anyway, it's a giant octopus, and the military and the lab stuff is all really realistic looking because it was the real thing mostly. They even filmed inside a real sub of the time.
1955, they had
cool.
lots of military surplus film.
Yeah, and the lab stuff is real. The puppetry and miniatures and rear screen use are pretty obvious, but they get the job done. And the original was black and white, but it's since been colorized.
We watched the color version, which I did not think was obnoxious.
No, I didn't hate it. Yeah,
Colorizing has gotten a lot better than it used to be.
Yeah, it's a fun creature feature of the 50s and worthy of being called a classic of the time.
And it is.
Yeah, I had never seen it before. This was the first for me.
I may have seen it when I was little. Certainly didn't see it when it came out. Yeah. We get a military voiceover talking about the new submarines. The human mind had thought of everything, except that which was beyond his comprehension. Credits roll.
Okay, sounds ominous.
Well, it certainly does.
Yeah.
Well, we're shown the wonders of the periscope. This is a periscope. You look through it and boom, look, we're seeing outside.
Yeah, how cool is that?
I guess maybe that was new for audiences. Commander Matthews talks to another officer, Griff, about how impressive the ship is. Suddenly, something big shows up on the sonar that might be following them. They accelerate, but the thing is gaining on them. It bumps the ship from behind as it catches up. Also, there's a radiation warning, but it's not coming from their engine. They finally manage to escape whatever it is and head to dry dock for repairs. Well, the men find something strange stuck in the rudder, and the scientists analyze it. Dr. John Carter and Professor Leslie Joyce, two marine biologists, explain that what they brought in was just a small piece of a much larger creature. Matthews likes Joyce and makes that abundantly clear. Oh yeah, we got some sexism going on here.
Yeah. That's actually something I added in my commentary.
Oh, you did? Okay.
The social and sexual norms of the time
Yeah.
are very, very obvious here and very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very misogynistic.
It's very probably sped up and smoothed over for the movie, though.
Yeah.
The scientists work for a couple of weeks and then report that the creature is an octopus, albeit a giant one, that lived on the bottom of the ocean until the H-bomb stirred up the ocean floor and irradiated it. It can no longer eat fish because of the radiation, so it may be hunting for a higher form of life, maybe even man.
You betcha.
The heads of the military don't seem impressed or believe that the problem is a giant octopus.
They will.
They will.
Yes.
Yes, they will.
It becomes very obvious. Yeah.
Could Matthews be any more inappropriate with Joyce if he tried? He'd be up on charges for coming on that strong today, because he's a soldier, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
It's the 50s where no always means yes.
You just, if she says no, you just keep asking.
It's persistence.
Yeah.
Nobody's persistent today. Well, the filmmakers had access to a lot of military sets and equipment, probably all left over from one war or another. 55 Korea had just ended, so yeah, they could have.
It could have even been some World War II stuff.
And they weren't afraid to incorporate them into making the film seem more realistic.
Mm-hmm.
The monster is one of Ray Harryhausen's stop-motion creations, and it is very well done. It crushes ships, the Golden Gate Bridge, and various other buildings near the ferry port. It's not much compared to modern effects, but for the time, this was all groundbreaking stuff.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
And it's one of those. It's one of those at the end too, where he wants to marry her, and of course she'll have to quit her career. She couldn't possibly,
yes.
Because in the 50s,
and she's a PhD doctor, scientist, high up in the government, but she'll have to quit to make him breakfast every morning.
Yeah, it was a
Can't
different
work and have a job.
It was a different time. There's still, there's still a lot of this that lingers, but boy, it was blatant in that one.
Yeah. 2001 brought us Godzilla, Mothra, and King Ghidorah, giant monsters, all-out attack.
What a title.
Directed by Shusuke Kaneko, stars Keiichi Hasegawa, Shusuke Kaneko, Masahiro Yokotani, stars Chiharu Niyama, Ryudo Izaki, and Masahiro Kobayashi. Hour and 45 minutes. Trailer in the show notes.
And this actually has 5 kaijus in it. There's a couple others.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are more. They just named the big one. How many more names could they throw in there?
Yeah.
Spoiler free.
Well, this is another sequel to the original 1954 Godzilla that disregards all those that came since.
It seems to be a recurring pattern.
Yeah. There is a dig, though, at the 1998 American remake starring Matthew Broderick. There's an admiral in it that mentions a creature looking something like Godzilla that attacked the United States
just a year or two ago.
Yeah. It's this is a bad Godzilla. He's mean versus several good guy monsters, and there's a lot of creature action in this one. There's carnage and explosions as well as humans to root for. It's not the best of them, but it's entertaining.
It was a little overloaded, I thought.
They cram a lot into this one.
You're going to use all the monsters. We open on a Japanese Navy meeting where they talk about the 1954 Godzilla attack. And, of course, they ignore all the others.
Mm-hmm.
There was a monster that looked like Godzilla that attacked the USA, but the real one hasn't been seen since. Oh, the Godzilla in name only over there, yes.
Yep, a dig, yep.
Suddenly, right then as they're speaking, a U.S. nuclear sub has gone missing.
Heck of a coincidence, isn't it?
The Japanese send a deep-sea rescue sub down after it, but suddenly a giant monster arrives on the scene. Guess who?
I'm back.
At Mount Myoko, a reporter...
Yeah, there's a reporter there.
What's the reporter's name?
Oh, I don't know.
Is the comma just in the wrong place?
No, I don't think so.
Well, at Mount Myoko, a reporter talks about the monster of the mountain. They're making a pseudo-entertainment documentary to entertain children. Local myths and legends and stuff. And there's a sudden earthquake, and it's clear that there was a real monster involved.
Another heck of a coincidence.
Yeah.
Yuri is the reporter.
Okay. So there's some kind of earthquake that night, and Yuri, the reporter, wants to investigate. The army shoots a special digging missile at the mountain, which is kind of cool. It's got like a missile with a screw on the end.
Yeah, that was neat.
An old truck driver claims he saw a monster last night. It must have been Godzilla. Yuri is given a book, The Guardian Monsters, and some of the pictures inside look familiar. Strange, mysterious arrival of this book.
Uh-huh.
Yuri's father is an admiral, and he thinks she drinks too much. She turns on the TV and learns about another monster attack, and this one left a bunch of kids wrapped in cocoons. That's not Godzilla.
No, could be Mothra.
Yuri interviews an old man who has been saying Godzilla will return for years now. He says she needs to wake up Ghidorah to stop Godzilla this time. Well, Baragon, Mothra, and Ghidorah are the guardian monsters from that book. They're supposed to sleep for 10,000 years, so it's supposed to be too soon to wake them up. Yuri's father, the Admiral, has a flashback to 1954, and it wasn't a happy memory. A giant monster attacks. Everyone says it's Godzilla, but we know better. It's Baragon. The actual Godzilla soon arrives on shore and heads right toward the other monster. Soon they're fighting as Yuri and Katakura watch from afar. Little wimpy Baragon doesn't have much of a chance. Meanwhile, the old Harbinger breaks open some ice we saw in a nearby cave. All right, and believe it or not, all these monsters attack.
Converge.
They do an all-out attack.
An all-out attack, just like in the title.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
Well, the monsters are still men, and a woman in this time in rubber suits, but there's also a great deal of really dated CGI here. The bad CGI is pretty distracting this time because there's so much of it, but there's some good carnage and explosions. Previous films have done a little bit of CGI, but this one they went all out and it wasn't great.
It doesn't hold up.
It may have been okay at the time. It's not so great now.
Mm-hmm.
Godzilla's fire breath is really impressive this time around. You don't want to be in the way of that thing.
No, you don't.
And this is the one and only film where Ghidorah is considered one of the good guys rather than a main villain creature. Sometimes Godzilla's a good guy, sometimes Godzilla's the bad guy. He was the bad one here.
Uh-huh.
This one endows the guardian monsters with magical healing powers and a bit of religious mystery to them, which I thought was kind of bad because it lets them come back from the dead several times.
Reanimates them.
How many times did Mothra get killed? Like 10, 8, 12 times? I don't know.
Just give him another boost of juice, and he's good to go again.
Yeah.
I guess. Mothra's a girl, right?
I believe
Female?
so, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, all these monsters died a couple of times and kept coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good.
One thing I noticed, too, this one had more of a tangible body count than usual. It's usually vague, you see a building get crushed.
Mm-hmm.
Here, it's not gory graphic, but there are a lot of people getting stomped and blown up and crushed that you see. You see a tangible body count of people dying, plus the aftermath of many wounded people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is this the one with the bugs?
No,
not the one with the bugs. Was pretty graphic.
Yeah, that was gory graphic. Yeah.
Okay, this wasn't that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've still got 5 or 6 more Godzilla movies coming. There's just so many of them.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them are on the site now if you want to look, though. But that's all we've got this week. Next week, I think we'll take a little trip.
Where?
The jungle.
Ooh.
We'll just let it hang there. There are snakes.
There's snakes and reptiles and things in the jungle.
Badness, yes.
Gotta watch out for that.
Yes, I think February is going to try to be Reptile Month.
Okay.
I don't know exactly what that means yet, but there's a lot of this creatures out there.
All right.
And that's it for this week. I'm Brian.
And I'm Kevin.
And we'll see you next week.
See ya.